Nigeria Info. 28 minutes past 6. Good morning. Now we take a look at some of the headlines on a few of the national newspapers. My name is Ifeyemi Andrew. We start off with the Vanguard. Subsidy. Nigerians groaning. NBA tells Tinubu. Inauguration. Power show as 10th NAS gets underway today. Last minute rush. Akpabio Yari fight for soul of Senate presidency. Marginalization. We will attack oil facilities if undo oil communities. You find all of these headlines on the Vanguard newspaper. Another interesting one here. Democracy remains best option despite imperfections. NLC. INEC, APC, dishonored Abiola's memory, PDP. All of those headlines you would see on the Vanguard newspaper. On the Punch, it's put this way. National Assembly, APC anointed candidates, rebels to slug it out. I mean, that's how you find it on the Punch. APC, ASUP expressed doubts over student loan. You will find on the Punch. PDP, Buhari's years of low cost wreck oil sector. Kokori. You find out what exactly he was talking about. Tinubu governors urge Nigerians to defend democracy. Another one here says customs intercept over 100 smuggled SUVs, other vehicles. So headlines you would see on the Punch newspaper this morning. Remember, the first 10-15 minutes of the show will be dedicated to everyone, old and new callers. The last 10 to 15 minutes of the show would only be for new callers. All right, so we're opening the phone lines now. 0817-923-0003. 0817-923-0003. You can also call 0817-923-0007. Those are the numbers to call. The WhatsApp number is 0809-030-6416. 0809-030-6416. That is the WhatsApp number. Parents beg Tinubu to rescue remaining 92 Chibok girls. That's also on the Punch. Jam to decide cutoff for varsities. Others June 25. That's some of the headlines you would see on the Punch newspaper this morning. All right, quickly, let's take some of the messages and take some of the calls as well. JJ, okay, we'll start with good news in mile 3. Good news, 30 seconds. Please remember to be very civil with your contributions. Go ahead.
Good morning, my brother, man.
You're welcome.
Yes, Yari and Akpabio in minute rush for Senate presidency today. I think Yari has shown that he really wants to be the Senate president. I believe he has been spoken to, he has been talked to, but he has stood his ground. Such are politicians. Yes, such are politicians. Akpabio, yes, he has. If you ask me to judge Akpabio, you will say based on his last ministerial appointment, he failed. But he said nobody should judge him based on that, and he had his reasons why. But I think let us see how the game goes, because I know anyone who has 55 votes today automatically becomes the Senate president. But my main on that point I want to talk about is about the Rumechem people in the Che. Complaining about no government presence in the Che local government, and Rumechem precisely. Why are they complaining? Whenever some people from Eche raise this issue about bad roads in Eche and other things, some of them will call and say that the government here of River State has done perfectly well in Eche, that there's no cause for alarm. Even when they wanted to do some protests concerning a road that was very bad, the local government chairman and some persons came and hit heavily on them and said the government has done very, very well. Why the government under Amechi will say, mention a community that you go see my hand up, but the government of Wike then will say, which local government? And you do once more 18 meters road. You say you've done road in Eche. Well, I think that's the albatross. My name is Guins from Port Harcourt.
JJ and Rumigbo, go ahead.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning, my brother.
Good morning.
Yes, we will improve on transportation according to our president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And I want to mix it with subsidy. Nigerians are groaning NBHL president. I want to put it together. You see, for 11 times under the Obasanjo's administration, what I would call subsidy was removed, and the promise they gave us was, oh, we will improve on infrastructure, and we never saw it till Obasanjo left office. All those things have been promised over and over. Mr. President, please, everything you need to do it now, like what Jesus told Judas, do it now. Because like NBA has said, Nigerians are groaning. You buy fuel for 5K, you don't use and drive 2 poles. Fuel don't finish, not making any sense. INEC APC dishonored Abiola. For me, this is not a good statement because you're already in court and the court will decide who won election and who didn't win election. So I don't know where this dishonest thing came from. And conclusively, Andrew, the other day the president commissioned the security agencies to go after oil thieves. The people that are the real oil thieves are the people they just wrote to you right now. Andrew, you see those IOCs and their production and reports, my brother, you will know that they are really ripping up this country. Let them be touched.
All right, JJ, thank you very much. Susie in Erema, good morning.
Good morning, Andrew.
All right, go on.
The lawyer who actually vilified the Tinubu, talking about how he intimidated the judiciary. I do not agree with that lawyer because it was Justice Omoto Shaw of the Federal High Court Abuja who actually ruled against the applicant who actually tried and made an attempt to stop the swearing in of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and awarded 17 million in favor of Tinubu. An application that was made orally by Lateef Fagbemi, which is the lead counsel to Tinubu. So what are we talking about? Why should anybody at a time, a case that is in court already, the election has been conducted, somebody won the election, and then you file a frivolous suit against the swearing in of the president, trying to stall, suppose court granted that order. It then means the 29 would have been stopped, and then will run into a system where those who started the clamoring for an interim government would have had their way through. So it was the court who did that, and the lawyer who is supporting this thing should also advise us on how best to go on issue concerning when it is like this, because Nigeria would have run into difficulty. There would have been crisis and conflict everywhere. People would have been dying. People would have been killed. But courts, in their own wisdom, actually remedied that particular anomaly and made sure that everything was put to stop. I don't believe that Tinubu actually on his presentation intimidated judiciary.
All right,
it was
Susie.
a statement that was made by the court.
Thank you very much. Let's go to Bori. Letan Barry, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Ifeanyi Andrew.
You're welcome.
Let me look at PDP APC 3 words on Democracy Day. Yeah, the PDP man who was trying to refer the today democracy to the modern day democracy Abiola died for, even comparing to the election conducted presently. If I may ask, whose administration confiscated the modern day democracy given to Nigeria in 1999? It was this same PDP who are lamenting today, complaining today, are the ones who put us in the mess we are today. If you look at even presently here in Rivers State, the PDP leadership is the one that has crumbled all the hope of Rivers people. Look at an administration that does not care about the workers' welfare. Those who work for them, what they pay them is what they pay them since 1999. The salary is what the workers are still earning till today, comparing to the hike in commodities.
Which workers are you referring to?
To stand in national radio and say the what APC does is against what Abiola died for. Please, they should not revoke. They should not try to bring up what people are trying to avoid in their mind.
All right,
I advise them to stay away from what the APC, the administration, Bola Tinubu is trying to revive back, that Nigeria will have their affairs again.
All right, Leighton Barry, thank you very much. But I don't understand which workers you're talking about and what the PDP role is in that. I know that we've had a new minimum wage 2 different times, and now it's 30,000. So I don't know which workers you're referring to that are paid the same monies that they've been working since 99. Except you're referring to members of the PDP in their party. If they pay them, I don't know. I don't know how those party politics work. I wanted to clarify that, but you went out. But just for the record, I know if you're referring to the civil service, that's not true. We have a new minimum wage of 30,000, and the NLC has said it is being paid. But then there's problem with consequential adjustment. So except you're referring to something else, then, well, that's your own opinion. Let's go to Ida from Nkoro. Good morning.
Yeah, Andre, good morning.
All right, straight to the point, please.
I want to talk about the president's speech yesterday. Yes, I so love that speech. He's talking about the pain which Nigerians are passing through. Like I remember when Yesu Wike was building this flyover, people are complaining, why we really build 5 one time, this, that, suffering, this, that. But now people are enjoying it. I know very soon we are going to enjoy it very, very well. And I want to talk about the EFCC matter. I went to ST to raid. Let them leave the children alone. Let them leave people alone. Dangote is there. What is Dangote doing? Have they called Dangote for question? They should question Dangote. A man who have money more than Nigeria. They should leave boys alone, please. Thank you very much. God bless you. Good morning.
All right. Quickly, crime is crime. I think I need to say that. Crime is crime. Whether there are people in the corridors of power that perpetrate certain level of crime that you think the EFCC should apprehend, that's quite understandable. But then those people who are not in the corridors of power will also perpetrate crime, have perpetrated crime, and if they are caught, they will be prosecuted. That's just the truth. There's no good face to it. I think it's where society has found itself now, though, by the way, where we'll begin to find a way to pacify it and make it look good. Mufasa from NTA Road, good morning.
Good morning, Andrew.
You're welcome.
You're doing a fantastic job. Well, the president in his speech, I watched you play them this morning, said that you understand our pains and Nigerians should make them sacrifices. Well, for me, I understand what sacrifices is, but I equally want to call on our leaders that in as much as the led need to make sacrifices, our leaders also should make more of the sacrifices. I mean, if you are asking us to, make more sacrifices, and then we're still hearing that politicians and those in authorities, are living ostentatiously, are living luxurious lives, retinue of aids and all of that. If they can cut the number of their aids, reduce the allowances and all of that, we understand that if these sacrifices, it should be across board. Well, having said that, I want to say the position of ASUP and ASU on the student loan, for me, I think expressing doubt will be too early and hasty. There are gray areas that they think the president and this administration should look into. They can profile, solutions, see how they can collaborate, with the government to ensure that this, policy, see the light of the day. For me, it is a fantastic one. They should meet up the tent for this.
Okay. Good morning. Welcome, Kiki. I'm straight, please.
About the president is that say about the president threat to the judiciary. Andrew, we have come to a stage our judiciary should work in Nigeria. We have come to a stage where the judiciary should be totally independent and give judgment that will go well to the people.
So for me, the speech of the president trying to award judiciary is a hard problem about the president's speech. So, as the governors, the president look up, allow the judiciary to work. Our judges should be solely independent, give judgment that will go down to the people. Because and the way there's justice in the nation, that country, when the ninth one from justice, the country will be in a very shambles. So let the president withdraw the speech he gives to the judiciary, allow the judiciary to work. And now he has the case at the tribunal. Why is he warning them? He's the tribunal. Why is he warning the judges now? So let the judge to work well, give judgment that will go down to the people. At the end of the day, we shall know that judiciary is independent.
All right, Cookie Gam, thank you very much. Well, this is where we now take calls from first-time callers, new callers, and from the female gender. The female gender, there's no restriction. You can call in any time. But for the regular callers, at this point, would have to take a pause now and just take only new callers and first-time callers on the show. And the ladies can also call in and share their thoughts. Ahmed Young Intia, good morning. He says, please, I want to know how transparent is this student loan? My brother, we can only find out during implementation. Students' grant bill would have been a better development and not loan. This can also serve as palliative measure of subsidy removal. I would need to study. I haven't studied that loan bill. I would look at it. The repayment method, I think, is what is essential. We need to understand what the idea for repayment would look like. Another one on Facebook from King Boy says, good morning. We will improve on transportation. President Tinubu. Yes, what he says. Hafsat says, okay, good morning. I took that before. Alex says, for me, chance of repayment should be if students graduate and become gainfully employed. Justice in Emoha, good morning.
Okay, good morning, distinguished Femi Andrew.
Go on, Justice.
President Tinubu signed the student loan bill into law. I am very impressed with that signing. You can agree with me that there are some people in this country that they are interested in education, but they cannot because they lack the funds to go to school. I think with this loan that is free from interest, they can access education. But I want to plead to our president and our leaders. This loan should be made very easy and accessible. Accessing this loan should be seamless, such that those that want to take the loan will take it without going free, without going through any stress. and this loan too should not be converted. It should be made available to those that want it. Thank you, Andrew.
All right, thank you very much. Maxine in Port Harcourt. Good morning, Maxine from town.
Good morning, Jimmy.
Morning.
Please, I want to just lament you on that subsidy headlines, if you mean. The people I want to find out, Jimmy, the country that produces oil, the ninth in the world, we cannot refine crude just for local consumption. We cannot refine crude for our local consumption. Our leadership has the mouth to be talking like this. If we have crude and we are not buying the crude, just for us to refine, just for local consumption, not for export, Nigerian leadership cannot do it. If you mean, you still want our money. We are not buying crude. Those people that don't have the crude and are buying the crude and are refining, how much is they sell? How much? It's just annoying. And the corruption that we have in this country just getting too much. We have refineries. You cannot feed our refineries to refine. It's just annoying for a country like this we have.
Hey, Maxine, feel your pain.
It's just unfortunate that we are Nigerians. Very unfortunate.
Oh, let's just hope that things get better. Thank you, Maxine. I understand how painful that feels. Trust me. But we hope that things will turn out better. Kelvin in Ogbogoro, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, morning to you, Kelvin.
Yeah. My contribution is I want to congratulate our president-elect and President Tinubu for his wonderful address, wonderful independence address. But I have a problem with that address.
Mm-hmm.
My problem is this, Andrew. The issue is that the president did not address us in the issue concerning about this upright Nigerians are facing and the security. He did not make anything concerning about security issues, which has been ravaging this country for a very long time. These are the areas we are expecting him. Secondly, issue of border. We all Nigerians, we are waiting for the president to make sure that the issue of this our border that are making things very expensive in this country to be addressed. All areas that are affecting common men, our president did not make any comment about it. And it's very painful to me that all the sufferings we are passing through, really acknowledge it. But no any plan, no any blueprint of which we want to use to address this problem. So me, I'm not comfortable with that independence address. Having said that anyway, I want to also urge APC and the Nigerians, our senators elect. Today is their inauguration. Please, I want to ask our brothers from the north side of this country, let them allow Akpabio to be our Senate president, so that they will balance the equation.
Let's go to Choba now. Sotonye, good morning.
Good morning, Andrew.
Sotonye, welcome. Good morning. Straight to the point, please. 30 seconds.
Sacrifice a little more, says our president, Ahmed Tinubu. Andrew, what kind of sacrifice and which area of sacrifice should we be sacrificing? Andrew, listen, we are tired. I, in person, I am tired of waiting and sacrificing vainlessly. Now, if our president does not know what to do, if it is now he is planning on his blueprint or thinking of what to do for Nigerians, let him peacefully step down because he doesn't know what to do. Asking us to step down, what have we done? What have we done to deserve this kind of suffering? That I cannot go to work now, I cannot go to work today. It's a result of no money, no fuel, no means of movement. And somebody is telling me to sacrifice a little more. Andrew, I will not want to listen to that kind of speech again. If you hope on playing it, please don't play it again.
Okay, so thank you. But I mean, it's the president's address and it's up for analysis, so definitely we might have to still play it. Kinsley from Elele1, good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
Please, I want to comment on the inline news concerning Imochem community complaining about lack of government presence. I want to advise them that is how it works. Government no governor will do everywhere. You understand? Are you hearing me?
Yes, go on, Kinsley.
Okay, at Elele1 here, we have one of the worst roads under Amici government. One of the worst roads, but it was wicked that came and from OEM to Akwajo Junction. Even we don't have.
Oh, goodness me. Kinsley, you got rudely interrupted by a service provider, I guess. We'll take messages now on Facebook Live. Anunobi KC says, Tinubu governors ask Nigerians to defend democracy. Same democracy they mutilated during the last presidential election. February 25, 2023 remains my real democracy day. Ihemadu Charles, EFCC reacts to arrest made in Port Harcourt Estate. What is the EFCC doing about the fraud in aviation industry where billions were used to brand Ethiopian plane with Nigerian Airways? What are they doing about trader money scam? Anyanwu Obioma Noble, improving on transportation by President Tinubu is a good one, but he should try and bring down the price of petrol. I think Lorenzo Delight says if those arrested by EFCC in the estate committed crimes, they should be prosecuted. Signing of student loan bill by President Tinubu is a good one. The 10th National Assembly will be full of surprises in the absence of harmony. On Twitter, we have some of your messages to take as well. While we wait on your Twitter messages, let's look at WhatsApp. The signing of students' loan into law is commendable. Woyike Odinaka. This one says, INEC APC dishonored Abiola. This is absolutely correct. President Tinubu, is this not his principle? Buhari told us at the end of the day we were left with no option. Ihemadu Charles. Good morning. I want to congratulate the National Assembly representative from Rivers State who we inaugurated today, Chief Ken Eli Aminikbo. Mene Kasi Mene of Borobara. Joe Lee, you sent that message in. This one says, good morning, Andrew. INEC and APC dishonored Demiko Abiola. This is true talk because the last election conducted under the president was a show of shame. Is a King Boy, you sent that message. On Twitter, quite a number of them. Let's look at it. You can join the Twitter community, by the way. Nigeria Info PH on Twitter. On Facebook, it's Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. All right. At engineer_Bleezy says people where they hail fuel subsidy removal, don't they complain, say 5k fuel, no, they carry them past 2 polls. Justice Ori says student loan bill signed by the president is very commendable. At Tony Anthony 64 on Twitter says the signing of the student loan bill is an indication of the preparedness of Tinubu to advance academic activities in the country. Okay, well, that's where we wrap things up this morning on the newspaper review section of the Morning Crossfire. Do stay tuned. We have business news at 7. My name is Efemi Andrew. Thank you for all the calls. We'll do it again tomorrow morning.
You are tuned in to 92.3 Nigeria Info.